I've heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do you?
So Romumu was an outgrowth of If Not Now, When. Right? There was a point in my life where I could no longer run from what I felt God wanted me to do, which was to start a community here in New York City. And so for me, Romumu is fully embodied, fully pre-modern, modern, postmodern, all of the different places that we've gone historically, fully engaging in a meaningful life of the heart and of the mind and of silence, all of that. First experience at Elad Chaim was when I met Reb Zalman in 2004. And that was a pivotal moment in my life. In fact, the entire trajectory of my life changed the moment that I met Reb Zalman. It was at Elad Chaim before Shavuot retreat. I was a rabbinical student at an Orthodox rabbinical school, Chavavei Torah, and I was at a crossroads in my life. Like Elad Chaim and Isabella Friedman are both the R&D lab for the future of Jewish life, both the research and development of new avenues, new songs, new texts, new ways of engaging, and also a deep understanding of the old, a deep understanding of what has been given. And it's the alchemy that happens in Elad Chaim and at Isabella Friedman is absolutely, it's miraculous. People are touched in ways that they didn't even imagine that it could be touched by Jewish practice and Jewish life. Isabella Friedman and Elad Chaim are gifts to the Jewish people. So there was the moment where Romumu was at the church that we're currently at, and we had services, Rosh Hashanah services on a Sunday, and the church agreed to have their church services in the basement. And I said to the pastor, when I got to Romumu that morning, I said, if you finish early, come up and join us, Rosh Hashanah. And around 11 or 12 o'clock, midway through the Romumu Rosh Hashanah services, the entire community of the church showed up in Romumu. And it was just as we were opening the Ark for a prayer called V'chol Ma'aminim, which means for all of those who are believers. And I invited all of the church to come and open up the Ark. And the pastor came and stood with me. And we were singing together, V'chol Ma'aminim, V'chol Ma'aminim. And it was a very much a reflection of this deep ecumenism that Reb Zalman believes in, that religious traditions might not find a way to have dialogue around creed, but we can have a dialogue of devotion. And so Hazon is the embodiment, it feels to me, of what Tikkun Olam means in the most basic form, which is to take a world that is not yet perfected and to add a little bit of perfection. Hazon is raising people up to that vision of a world through God's eyes. I want to see a world where, in New York City, there isn't the inequality within 2 miles isn't the greatest gap in the developed world. That I don't live in a city where there is opulence that is unimaginable with poverty that is also unimaginable. I don't want to see that world for my children. I want to see my children in a world where Judaism is constantly asking the question, not just whether it's good for the Jews, whether it's good for the planet, whether it's good for the cosmos. So if not now, when means radical showing up for any given moment's demand or invitation. If not now means no hiding. If not now means the power of individual choice and its impact on the larger community, the larger world. If not now means that there's only one moment that is demanding my full attention.